What would you do if you just found out your best friend of 5 years was stealing from you? Because I just found out that my best friend of 5 years was stealing from me, and I honestly don't know what to do. So let's rewind and start from the beginning, because this is actually insane to me, and that is why I haven't posted in about 5 days, because I have been dealing with this drama for the same amount of time that I haven't been posting. Dude, we're gonna call this girl Bella. Wait, I actually have two really good friends named Bella who didn't do this, so we're gonna call this girl Stacy. So also, excuse the chocolate on my face, I literally just had pie bowls, but I have been friends with Stacy since, like I said, 5 years. So I've been friends with her since 8th grade. So me and Stella became really close really quick. We don't go to the same school or anything, but we met through mutual friends, and we have been really good friends, or so I thought, ever since. Me and this girl, like, we have been friends, and like I was always there for her. Like, I haven't been anything but a good friend to this girl. Like, I'm always there for her. Like, anytime she ever needed me to spot her on something, like I was always there. Like, literally just always there for her. And like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys like she never did anything for me, but, and like, this isn't a comparison because we're friends, and I didn't expect her to ever like do anything back. Like, I did stuff not expecting anything in return, but I did start to notice that every time I did do something for her or like spot her, like even like $1, she would never say thank you or anything. She would take it as if I should be the one like paying for her and all that stuff. And there are so many stories about this girl. Like, one time we were both getting something to eat, and she's the one who planned like the dinner and everything, and she reserved a spot. But once we got there, she claimed that she had forgot her wallet, and I remember seeing it in her car because she picked me up and took me there because she's the one who planned the date and everything, and I didn't have my license at that point. And I remember telling her like, oh, I thought I saw it in your car, like, do you want me to run out and grab it for you? Because I had already put my share of the bill on in the table on the check. And she was like, no, like, I know for sure that I left it at my house. Like, I swear on everything, it's in my house. So do you mind just spotting me and I'll pay back later? So obviously I said yes. And later when I asked her like, hey, like, is everything going okay with like the PayPal, like insinuating that like to pay me back and everything, because usually we would like pay each other back through PayPal, she was like, oh, like, what do you mean? And I just wasn't about to push her at that point, because like I knew she knew what I meant, but like I just didn't like say anything, because I'm just like, oh, like, I guess you just didn't want to pay me back. So fast forward, when I found out that she was stealing from me was when I was on TikTok. But let's just go back a second. I just remembered this. During like the months that I found out that she was stealing from me, which we'll get into later, I was actually starting to notice some of my stuff missing. Like, I thought that I just misplaced it in the laundry, because I, like, before, like, me and her had been friends, like, I also noticed some of my stuff missing, and, like, I would find it, like, a couple months later, so I was just like, all right, like, I just lost my favorite sweatshirt, whatever, I'll find it later. And y'all, I'm already at 3 minutes. I'm about to film part 2, so go to part 2 now. Love you guys. Bye!
Okay, I'm gonna tell you things that I've never told you before. So there's this girl I played a sport with in high school, and she always thought she was better than me. And at this sport, she 100% was better than me. I never claimed to be the best. She just thought she was above me and everyone else in general. When she graduated, she unfollowed me on Instagram, and so I blocked her. But the reason I was so fast hit block with this girl is she would make fun of my social media when I was just starting, when I was a senior in high school with all of her friends, which is very ironic because the story takes a turn. I have a pretty tough skin now after doing social media for 5 years, but something that always sticks with me is when I was literally like 17 years old, just a baby, trying to navigate TikTok and social media for the first time, and those people that I went to school with that made fun of me. I will never forget. So that. Anyway, so I'm at Miami. One day I get a text from her. Hey, Abby, it looks like you're having such a fun time at college, which I don't know how she's saying because she's blocked. I started this clothing company. I started this like sweatshirt line. I was wondering if I could send you a few sweatshirts in exchange for a post. What? Honestly, I'm so impressed by how bold she was to be able to reach out like that after like talking terribly about me in high school. So I remember I just sent her my media kit, which if you don't know, media kit is like your rates for posts. So I just like sent her a PDF of all my rates for TikTok and Instagram. She was also friends with my high school boyfriend, who you guys I've never ever brought him up on here just because our relationship was never on social media. It was before I did social media. I also found out different girl, one of my closest friends in high school, tried to hook up with my ex-boyfriend like right after we broke up, and I didn't find that out till like a year ago. That was crazy. Yeah, let me know if you guys want more story times.
Get ready with me while I talk about the ridiculous things that this girl that claimed to be a girl's girl has done to me. For context, I've never ever in my life had to cut out a person cold turkey, and I've never had to go through a friendship breakup because genuinely I feel like I only open up to the people that deserve my time, and I end up loving them for a lifetime, hopefully. But this girl was just an exception. I am going to try my best to talk through all of this without freaking raging. The first one is not that bad, I guess, compared to the other things that she's done, but the day that she met my boyfriend, or like a couple days into it, she added him to her close friend story and just started posting the random TMIs on her stories, like a attention trap. Not even a thirst trap, it's like attention trap. And this was before my boyfriend and I started dating, but like everyone knew that we were into each other. This one kind of goes with the first one. She borrowed my boyfriend's hoodie when we were all over at his house because she was cold. And then she took the hoodie home, which is fine, girl, like be warm, stay warm, don't get cold. But she continues to wear that hoodie for the next 2 weeks and posts all about it on social media. A picture of her in his hoodie. Which is, again, I can let it pass, whatever. Starts to randomly show her love for the brand that my boyfriend likes. Never heard this girl brag about how much she likes this brand before. Never. Until she met my boyfriend. Spending hours getting ready to see him. Calling up my other friend and telling her that she thinks he's cute and that she could see herself getting along with him while we were already dating. Getting him the sandwich that he mentioned he likes, and then volunteering to wake up early so that she can hand the sandwich to him so that he can take it to work. I'm kind of surprised right now because now that I'm talking about this months after it actually happened, I find this hilarious. I'm not even raging anymore. I just think it's kind of funny how hard this girl is trying. Honestly, I don't blame you, girl. My boyfriend is cute. Just hope you can find a new man to buy sandwiches for every morning. Goodbye, and I wish you the best.
Get ready with me while I tell you about how I was cheated on for 9 months. I'm gonna condense this story so much and leave out so many details because honestly, this could be a podcast episode. So it all started when I was 16 years old. I met this guy and we started talking and everything was super normal at first. He was super good. But honestly, I was going through a really difficult time in my life. My parents had just kind of gotten divorced. My family was falling apart. Like, I had a ton of issues like that I was going through, and honestly I just feel like he kind of took advantage of me while I was at my lowest. The first 4 months were fine, I would say, and then he kind of started getting a little bit crazy. He never wanted to meet my friends. He didn't want to take me to his prom. He was lying to me about a lot of stuff, and I don't know, vibes were just kind of weird. He didn't really like a lot of things about me and really wanted me to change myself to fit into his narrative. The first year we were together, he wouldn't get me anything for my birthday. He wouldn't spend Valentine's Day with me. He was just honestly not a good boyfriend. But again, I was going through a really hard time in my life, and his family kind of became my rock. So I kind of was just sticking it out because I was super close with everybody. We're together from my junior to senior year in high school. Honestly, things are fine. We fight a lot, but it's fine, I guess. Then, as we're about to go off to college, he wanted to go to college in Chicago, and I was going to college in Tampa. I wanted to break up because I kind of wanted to, get the college experience, not really going to college with a long-distance boyfriend, and honestly, I had already kind of thought he had cheated on me, so I assumed that he was going to cheat on me again. So we go to college, and literally in the first week, it's just so bad, not answering me, going to girls' apartments, going out all hours of the night. It was my birthday the first week of college, treated me like crap on my birthday. He hated that I was going through sorority recruitment. He thought I was a sellout. I have this crazy intuition. If you know me and are close with me, I will have dreams or thoughts about things happening, and then they will happen the day after or shortly after. I don't know if it's woman intuition. I don't know if I'm just literally crazy. I have no idea. One night, I literally wake up out of my sleep, literally bawling, crying, and I text him. I'm like, are you okay? What's going on? something's going on. I literally could just, like, feel it in my bones. He's like, yeah, everything's fine, like, love you, go back to bed, like, blah, blah, blah. The next day we're on FaceTime. He's being so weird. I'm like, something fucking is going on. He calls me literally bawling, crying, like 2 days after, and he's like, I cheated on you, blah, blah, blah. He tried to lie about the way he cheated on me, which now obviously I know wasn't a lie. Again, I'm not going to give details, but he kind of made himself out to be like a victim. I freaked out. I had a plane ticket to go fly and see him like the week after he cheated on me. So like I made him Venmo me for my plane ticket. I like literally bugged the freak out on him. And then whatever, he was like, it was a mistake, blah, blah, blah. It didn't mean to happen. Like, please, I'll do anything. He was sending me love letters. He was sending me flowers. He was crying all the time. He was calling me. Like, he was just like freaking out. So then we go home for like a break in October, and I see him and he's like, please get back together with me. I love you, blah, blah, blah. I'm dumb, so I fall for it. We get back together. I visit him in Chicago. Again, he's just like an asshole to me, whatever. We go through all of my freshman year being together. The summer of my freshman year, going into my sophomore year of college, oh my God, it was so awful. He hated me our entire relationship, and I think I just like never knew it. But that whole summer was terrible, and I remember in August I was at his house and he was sitting on the couch ignoring me. So his mom took me to go get food with her, and she literally was like, you don't deserve this, like honestly, like this is ridiculous. And she left to go do something, and I walked back into the house and I was like, I'm breaking up with you. You treat me terribly. So I break up with him, and then I go back to college. Again, my birthday is at the beginning of the semester. It's the end of August. He calls me on my birthday, sends flowers to my apartment, is sending me gifts. Emma, I love you so much. I need you back. Like, you are the love of my life. This man was putting in the work to get back together with me. Like, literally the fucking work. Again, you guys, I am stupid, and I was falling for it. So we were still talking every day. We were having like FaceTime sleepovers, like literally like planning like our marriage and our children and like blah, blah, blah. Again, so stupid. We go home for Thanksgiving. He is crying in my bed. I can't lose you. I will do anything, literally saying the most like down bad, pathetic things that a man should never say. I'm low-key gonna skip over the next part of the story because this is like actually like where the villain, really awful things that he did came in. But basically something happened. You guys literally can just scroll and figure out what happened to me. And basically got blamed for everything. I later found out that he used the thing that happened to me as an excuse to his other girlfriend on why he was still talking to me.
This happened to Emma. She has nobody else. Her family isn't really around, and I just have to be there for her. I have to be there for her. She has nobody else.
When our break happens, I literally am living at his parents' house. I spend Thanksgiving with them. I spend Christmas with them. I spend New Year's with them. Literally, just like we are together, spending every holiday together, spending the holidays with his family, with his grandparents, literally skipping out on my family holidays for this man. Keep in mind, this whole time I was low-key sus of him. There was like this one girl that I was just like really kind of sus of, and I actually ended up DMing her like around Thanksgiving, and yeah, like basically she was like, yeah, it's like nothing's going on, like whatever. We leave to go back to school, and I remember just like crying my eyes out when he was leaving, because honestly I just kind of knew that like we were like never gonna see each other again. Like I don't know why, but again I just had this crazy intuition. January goes along. He's literally like, blah blah blah, you're the love of my life. If you sleep with anybody else, I will literally kill you. Like, FaceTime sleepovers, you've called the whole gist. You guys already know. This is just keeps repeating itself. One day, again, I couldn't sleep, and I go to my DM request on Instagram, and literally 3 minutes before I did that, I had gotten a DM from this girl. We're gonna call her Becca. Becca DM'd me and said, hey, are you with his name? We're gonna call him James. Hey, are you and James together? I respond with, yeah, like kinda, why? She calls me on the phone. She tells me that they have been together since like 3 days before my birthday. Like, she literally tells me the exact date that they had like first like hung out. We three-way call this motherfucker. He is such a fucking dick. I literally, oh my god, like, he is literally insane. I call his mom. I tell him he is addicted to blank. I'm like, fuck him. I don't even care. Like, I'm literally gonna ruin your life now. Becca is like, yeah, telling me all the stuff he said about me. Like, literally, he just, like, lied on my name about everything. Told this girl that the only reason he still talks to me is because he feels bad for me and I have nobody in my life and, like, I don't have a relationship with my parents. Which is not true, by the way, obviously. I block him on everything, and he keeps making fake numbers to text me. Like, literally, he would make a fake number, text me, beg for me back. Then I block that number. He'd make another fake number, text me, beg for me back, call me, send me paragraphs. Like, literally, he was insane. Me and the girl literally, like, ended up, like, comparing text messages. He would text us the exact same things. Like, he had just moved into this new house. He sent us the exact same video. He would wear my clothes around her clothes around me, vice versa. I had a stuffed animal named Tortuga that I gave to him when he went to college. Tortuga literally was on his bed, and he lied to her about Tortuga. And, like, they would, like, well, my stuffed animal was on his bed. The first time he told her that he loved her was when I was sleeping next to him on New Year's Eve. He would send us the exact same TikToks, literally the same, like, Instagram memes. Then one day I had a dream that the two of them got back together, so I texted her and I said, hey, are you guys back together? Spoiler alert, they were, and they still are together to this day, I think. I don't know, I haven't really checked up on them. He literally was still texting me, like, basically while they were back together, begging for me back. Having one significant other is so draining enough. I don't know how he had two. Anyways, yeah, that's where my villain origin story started. Thank you, James, for ruining my life.